in my career.
Being on some chips, we go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bills. Now I'm fitted.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls against the Cleveland Cavaliers. For the Cavaliers, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. Tonight we're watching Kyrie Irving, former #1 pick overall. That's a lofty level of expectation to live up to, Kenny, but he's matched the hype surrounding him.
Yeah, he can hurt you from a lot of areas of the floor. And he shoots the three off the dribble, spot up three, dribble, break you down off the dribble, get you in transition. Which way can he beat you? He's a natural-born scorer, but when he's becoming that natural passer, it makes this team almost unstoppable.
Yes, natural-born scorer. That's because he was born in New Jersey. People underestimate his strength. He's tough, he's strong. And I don't know between him and Steph Curry who has the best handles in the game.
I was just going to ask that very question.
You might have to throw Chris Paul in there, too.
No.
We've got basketball action at Quicken Loans Arena in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. The home of the Cavaliers, live on 2K Sports. Looking at Chicago, they took the win in their last game against the Knicks in New York.
And how about the accuracy that was on display from three-point range in that game? They were lethal.
Yeah, splashing those threes as they did really allowed them to continuously deflate that crowd and keep them at bay. Boy, that was a nice road win for them, no doubt.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Brooks is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Bryant in at the 3 spot.
I like that, getting their offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Yeah, high percentage shot, and the more points you can get inside, I think the better off they'll be as the game progresses.
Butler kicks to Brooks. 6 to shoot. Shoots. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Brooks.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Irving against Brooks. And the foul called on Free. That is his first foul of the game. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Mozgov kicks to Irving. Cleveland moving it around. Shoots. James with the bucket.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Brooks against Irving. Over to the left wing. Good looking screen by Gasol. 6 on the shot clock. Butler on the way. Back to Brooks. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Brooks has got his first 3 points of the game.
Guys, you just can't imagine how difficult it is to hit a shot that deep. Man, that was as sweet as honey.
And I was looking over at the opposing bench. They couldn't believe it either.
Now, here is Smith. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. These teams were last season's best passers. The squads with the most assists in the NBA. In third, the Cavaliers.
Well, I thought this team last season was a team that had some beautiful dimes. I mean, they would spread the floor with their ball movement and spacing and player movement. It was a beautiful thing to watch. Nice passes leading to baskets. Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 or 4 so far.
And a wide open look for Irving. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
And the dunk by James.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Pass to Gasol. Noah with a screen on Irving. Brooks kicks it to Noah. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
You got there late, but you do have to like the...
Chicago trailing here. And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Chicago right now, at the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Jimmy Butler is out there with Brooks. And it's Mirotic in at the 3. Gasol with the steal. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, freak in the last matchup against the Knicks, boy, was he tremendous. He finished with 39 points and was just on point from deep, sinking what seemed to be an endless stream of threes. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to. I mean, when you've got a thoroughbred like him, I think you've got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you.
And that one's good. Irving's got 5 now.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Brooks. Turned in an outstanding game against New York. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
No good on the free throw. Smith checked in for Iman Shumpert. And he's good on the second. Well, Cleveland shooting it as well as you're going to see. 67%. Poked away. Stolen by Brooks. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8. Shooting 50% so far. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now here's James. 17 points for him last game against Utah.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Brooks against Irving. Butler from outside. No luck. Cavaliers go the other way with this game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Yeah, the inability to make threes in that game because they took a lot of them, I think, is why they ended up on the short end of the stick.
Yeah, they did take a bunch of them. Sometimes you can make up for poor three-point shooting with a strong inside game, but their inside game just wasn't strong enough.
And no good on the technicals, so unable to pick that one up. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Brooks, the pass to Butler. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got 3 assists in the game. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Chicago.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnover.
They've gotten soft turnovers so far tonight, too.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He told his guys, be patient at the offensive end. Whatever we do, we cannot waste possessions with bad shot selection. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Now here's Brooks, following the miss by Kevin Love. Clock at 6. Deep 2 from Brooks. No good. In and out, off the rim.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Back to LeBron. And the 3-ball is good. LeBron's got it all tied up now for the Cavs.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
And let's check out stats for James. Last season, he played out, put up about 21 points a game, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds. And he was their top scorer throughout last season.
Well, his teammates knew whenever they really needed a basket, just look his way.
Smart's checked in for the Cavaliers. Harris comes in for Irvin. Chicago also making some changes. Portis, he's checked in for Noah. Lance Stevenson comes in for Pau Gasol. And it's Jennings in for Jimmy Butler. And here is Harris, following the three-pointer by Freak. Harris dishes to LeBron. Back to Harris. And it's off from three-point range. The Bulls leading by 3. Here's Brooks. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Brooks has got 9 points in the quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Harris kicks to Smith. To the paint. The shot's good from LeBron. James has got 9.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Now here's Brooks. 15 points in the game. That's good from Jennings on the assist by Brooks. Brooks has got his 4th assist in this one.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
Jennings with the ball. Picked up by Harris. Smith against Brooks. Outside Jennings. Back to Brooks. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Oh, he just jams it right over LeBron. Wow.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of...
Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well.
Wow, this game just a commanding performance for Brooks. He's got 19 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
You know what, Clark? If you continue to shoot the way he is, he may have to become more of an integral part of their offensive scheme.
LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Mozgov in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group starting the second half for David Blatt.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. It's a pick by Love. Irving. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Irving's got 7.
And how about that screen by Love? That was a wall.
Now the pass to Bryan. Gasol, a screen on Irving. Here's Brooks. Again, Chicago.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feeling.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on David Blatt's huddle. He said their plan was run their offense through LeBron. Coach said the first thing they should be thinking about is getting the ball in his hands and letting him lead the way on each and every possession. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
And thank you for that, Doris. Here's Brooks. And he jams it with authority. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis.
Boom! And nobody getting in the way.
Not at all. Major throwdown there. Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Gasol, a screen on Irving. Off the screen. Rebounded by Wilson Chandler. The Cavaliers trail by 9. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Take a look at what Irving's done. He has 9 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And Clark, some of those